In the vast Pacific, submarines lived and fought in silence. But one night in 1944, one commander broke every rule of survival. He didn't dive to hide, he surfaced to fight. This is the story of USS Parche, the submarine that charged into hell. June 17, 1944. The submarine USS Parche left Midway Island on her second war patrol. She joined two others, Hammerhead and Steelhead, under Commander Lewis Parkes. They called themselves Parkes Pirates. Ramage, red-haired and quick with wit, preferred another name, the Headhunters. Their mission, prowl the waters between Luzon and Formosa, modern-day Taiwan. Days were spent deep, nights on the surface, scanning black seas for Japan's merchant lifelines. But for weeks, nothing. A destroyer's sudden appearance on July 3rd forced a crash dive, sending crewmen tumbling. Then came the storm, winds screaming at 60 knots, waves crashing over the deck. When skies cleared, they sighted a distant carrier, but the storm swallowed it. A submerged submarine couldn't chase the horizon. Frustration grew. The men's nerves stretched thin. Torpedoes remained cold and silent. Then, near the patrol's end, Parkes requested an extension, a single choice that would change everything. July 30th, 1944. The submarine Hammerhead picked up a massive convoy, codenamed MI-11, 11 merchant ships, 6 escorts, a lifeline steaming south from Formosa to Borneo. 2 oil tankers carried the fuel that kept Japan's war machine alive. Hammerhead attacked first, damaging tankers before retreating. Now Steelhead and Parche closed in from opposite sides. At 2:40 a.m., Parche's radar caught the faint echo of ships 20 miles out. By 3:30, Steelhead's torpedoes had struck, plunging the convoy into chaos. Searchlights sliced the dark. Escorts weaved wildly, hunting shadows. One group turned straight toward Parche. Ramage saw opportunity. He ordered a hard turn to starboard. By chance, the convoy turned too, putting Parche on a collision course. Instead of diving to safety, Ramage stayed on the surface, charging into the heart of the enemy. A freighter loomed ahead, just 400 yards off. Ramage swung hard, barely missing. Crewmen saw faces on the enemy deck, heard shouts across the black water. At 3:56 a.m., 2 torpedoes fired. Both missed. Parche pressed on, weaving through chaos as gunfire and flares lit the night. At 4:02, another torpedo, an explosion distant but unconfirmed. Trace of fire stitched the sea. Japanese gunners hit their own ships in panic. Then 2 long silhouettes appeared ahead, oil tankers Koemaru and Ogura Maru. At 4:07, 4 torpedoes raced toward Koemaru. All 4 hit. Fire erupted, flames painting the ocean. Parche turned and fired 3 more at Ogura Maru. 2 hit, crippling her. Below, sailors reloaded under open fire, an impossible task done by instinct and courage. By 4:16, tubes were ready. Dakar Maru crossed the bow, 2 torpedoes struck, ripping her apart. Minutes later, Parche finished Ogura Maru. Both tankers burned on the horizon. Machine gun bursts tore across the bridge. Ramage ordered most of his men below but stayed himself, hand on the periscope. Her gunboat, Kazan Maru, charged to ram. Ramage hesitated, then shouted for full ahead. Helmsman Chet Stanton had already acted, saving them by seconds. The gunboat scraped past 50 yards away. Dead ahead loomed Yoshino Maru, packed with thousands of troops. At 4:29, 3 torpedoes fired down the throat. 2 hit. Explosions rolled through the dark. 4 minutes later, the last torpedoes left the tubes. The Yoshino Maru sank within minutes. Nearly 2,400 soldiers went down with her. With no torpedoes left and enemy escorts closing, Ramage turned away, slipping back into the dark Pacific. Only 34 minutes had passed since his first shot. Weeks later, USS Parche glided into Pearl Harbor. Her crew was exhausted, eyes hollow from weeks below the surface, but their story raced ahead of them through every submarine in the fleet. On the pier waited Rear Admiral Charles Lockwood, commander of the Pacific Submarine Force. He credited Parche with 5 ships sunk, over 34,000 tons destroyed. For his valor that night, Commander Lawson P. Ramage received the Medal of Honor, the first living submariner ever to do so. He accepted it in silence and dedicated it to his crew, handing each man a signed certificate, a token of shared bravery from the night they faced hell together. That night in the black waters of the South China Sea, one submarine defied the odds, rewrote the meaning of courage, and became legend beneath the waves.